He kicked them out because he loved them. Long story short, he wasted his money on prostitutes. Then he said, how in the world did I leave Obama's quarters? And now I'm working for somebody beneath me. He got so hungry one day that when he started working with the pigs, what he saw what the pigs were eating, he was about to consume it. Have you ever been that low? Oh gosh, I don't know why I'm preaching this today. That what you wouldn't normally eat, you started eating. Who you wouldn't normally date, you started dating. What you wouldn't normally do for money, you started doing because you got so low. Oh, God have mercy. Jealousy will do that to you too. You get so indulged in jealousy, you start doing things you ain't never done before. You start running rumors around the land. You start keying for cars. You start slicing tires. Y'all in here, I know. You start doing all this crazy egging cars and stuff. You start doing all the crazy stuff because jealousy has consumed you. But just like the young boy, God gave him a grace window. I got news for anybody who's here today. God says, now I'm giving you grace to think straight. You don't have to be what you're in no more. You don't have to keep doing what you're doing no more. Because God says, just like you left, you can still come back. So the young boy came back. And his dad saw him. I'm sure that the boy was afraid, thinking, my dad ain't going to see me. Speak prophetically to some child here who left your home, or who left your parents, and your parents are upset about what you did, and some of what you did is wrong. But God says, take a first step and go back and say, I'm sorry. I don't need your car no more. I'll be a servant in your house. I don't need you to pay my bills. I just want to be in a relationship. When the son came back, he had an older brother. The old brother came from the field and he said, what's all this music and dancing going on? He called one of the servants. He said, well, your brother came back and your dad is celebrating because he's back and he's alive and well. But the son was angry. Why did he get jealous and angry? Point number one. He got jealous and angry because he couldn't have his way. Many of us are jealous and angry simply because we can't have our way. We believe that we're living in a Burger King society, that we can have it our way. The Lord just told me, you can have it like Burger King when you have it your way, but always remember, it's always going to be fast food. It works for you just like that, but immediately it's gone. Y'all know how it goes. That's why the devil, or God rather, wants you to let go of those drugs. Because it's fast food. That's why God wants you to let go of that man or that woman. Because they're fast and it's fast food. He couldn't have his way. It's not about you getting your way. Husbands, and I speak for me first, it's not about you. Oh, thank you, Holy Ghost. Getting your way. Ladies, sometimes you can be very manipulative. And you know what to say and what not to say to get your way. But ladies, it's not about you getting your way. Parents, yes, your children should respect and obey you. But I promise you, it's not about you getting your way. Some of you think because you wear the title of parent, you can say whatever you want to say, how you want to say it. But the scripture says, children, parents, don't provoke your children to wrath. And some of you want to provoke them to be angry and then discipline them when they react. So nobody won't call social services on you because there's no physical abuse. But you are abusing them. I came to preach to somebody to a next level of God. You preaching that are abusing them emotionally. And this is where we get all the suicidal kids. This is where we get children that want to blow up everybody. Not because so much of what everybody else said. No, my mama and daddy, they played me like a puppet and then wanted me to bark like a dog. Church members, it's not about you getting your way. This is the Lord's church. And sometimes we have to remind ourselves, God has called me to this church. Preachers, leaders, not to have my way, but what does God want? Because if you're not allowing God to have his way, you are in his way. And let me share something with you prophetically. If you are in God's way, he will will you out his way. It's about God having his way. The real reason, please watch this, why you are angry is because God won't let you be God. The real reason you're angry is because God won't let you be God. You won't control. You want things to happen when you want them to happen. And the truth is, you're angry because you're not God. Point number 2, reason why he felt this way, someone else was being celebrated. Someone else was being celebrated. He said, I've been here all this time. I've been faithful. This dude ain't been faithful. We don't even hardly know him. We don't know where he's been. I do know he's been with prostitutes. He don't got no money. Look at him back. And I've been here serving you all this time. I don't complain. I do whatever you said to do. But this guy, as soon as he comes back, you do something for him that you would never did for me. You throw a whole party. Listen, too many times we do things so others will celebrate us. The problem with this young man was his heart wasn't right. He was faithful, but he was faithful for the wrong reasons. And some of you in here don't know that God sees you. And you don't know that sometimes God allows man to see you. You're in relationships. You're in churches. You're doing the work of the Lord. You're doing the work of your job for the wrong reasons. Simply us. We want to dress well so others will celebrate us. We want to get cars, houses, jobs, and positions so others will celebrate us. But then when we don't get celebrated and see that someone else is getting celebrated, we become jealous and angry. But God is looking for some folk who say, if you don't never call my name, I'm still going to do what I'm called to do. You ain't saying nothing here. If you don't never pat me on the back, I pat myself on the back. If you don't never celebrate me, I celebrate myself. Keep your applause. Keep your money, because if I don't never get celebrated on earth,